I like nuggets.
Kind of weird that Scott decided to leave right now.
It's just how you do. So, Rena, you're the GM today. What's happening?
Well, it's kind of weird that Scott said those very controversial statements about his political views and then started the stream and left.
I'm actually quite amazed that he pushed his child into a lake because of it.
Yeah. You know, I thought he was a pretty liberal guy, but after today and what he did to his daughter, I don't know, man. Maybe I was wrong about him.
He always told me he was against capital punishment.
Oh my god.
But then he pushed his daughter into a lake.
Keeps talking about how everything was better in the 50s. I don't know what that means.
I can't say that joke without laughing at it. Because otherwise people might think I'm being serious.
They're like, I'm sorry? What the fuck? Yeah. He did what?
Why does he keep saying he wants to go back? What does that mean when he says that?
I don't know.
Weird.
Best not to find out.
There's something weird over regicide.
Yeah, it says planeswalkers or something.
Oh yeah, that's what is that foreshadowing?
What's
Scott.
What's with the writing over the word regicide, Scott?
What's that, muted boy? I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. There was totally not a thing happening right
Oh, weird. It's gone now that you're back.
Yeah.
I got to tell you something, but it looks like it solved itself.
Mm-hmm.
there. What's up, guys?
Now, Scott, when you said that you were going to take office in your city and establish martial law, what did you mean by that?
In my city?
Yeah. What does that mean? It said something about redcoats.
Yeah, I think you weren't supposed to say anything about that, comrade. And,
Oh, I'm sorry. You said it and then you got up and left. So I just was looking for some clarification.
Execute order 9.
Order 9?
Hey, if you're not 13, you're not allowed to be on Twitch.
What if you're Abstergo 13?
Oh,
Then you're 13.
Even if it's only like 11?
Huh?
Nothing. What's up, everybody? How we doing?
If the number 13 is in your name, you're forever 13.
Like Red 13?
I don't know
Wait.
what that means.
I was just supposed to say, do you not know who Red 13 is?
what do you want?
Wait, really? I thought you
No
were.
idea what you're talking about.
Are you even a gamer, bro?
Bro, do you even game? Who are they, by the way?
Did you never play Final Fantasy VII?
No, I don't like the Final Fantasy series.
Yeah, I
Hold on.
wasn't a big fan of JRPGs ever.
Which one have you played that you're not a big fan of the whole series?
I played one when I was a kid. I don't remember which one it was.
I got one from Blockbuster.
When you were
And then
a
I
teen,
returned
by
it.
the time you were in your late teens, there were 9 of them. So when you say you played one when you were a kid, I'm curious which one it was, because of those 9, almost all of them are different from one another. Because like when you were
That's
a teenager,
not my actual name, Viking.
because you were because you have Crystal Chronicles, you have 1 through 8, and then you had Crystal Chronicles by the time. Actually, you probably had others too. Come to think of it, a lot.
I don't know
'cause
which
Final
one it
Fantasy
was.
Tactics. So actually, there would have been 10. At least there would have been 10 when you were in
You're
high
back.
school.
It doesn't make
Rena's out.
sense. That sword would be way too heavy for that person to be
Okay,
able to lift.
if you're
and
talking
throw
about
around.
Cloud and the Buster Sword, sure, that might be true, but that wasn't a concern for characters in 8 or 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6.
I'm done.
To be clear, I've only played like 9 of them. So, but I never played 11 because it looked dumb. I tried
Also-
playing 12 and
for your question about whether I'm a gamer or not, I'm not. There
Oh.
you go.
Do you even game, bro?
Yo, what the fuck?
What?
Is there like a shootout going on outside my building?
Go check it
hope
out with
not.
the lights off.
Yeah, I'll be right back. Hold on.
All right, everybody. One moment. Do I have a technical difficulties overlay that I can put up with like that really obnoxious like monotone?
You probably have that.
No, I can probably get one though. I can probably Google one.
You could make one pretty easily. We've done it.
I think for me, a technical difficulties overlay would have to be like just a whole bunch of my face, like collage over the entire screen, but like all of them pixelated and screwed up, but like different images. Like, that sounds like fun. So, Steve, you say Final Fantasy never interested you, but did you ever play the original Final Fantasy series? Did you ever play Final Fantasy IV? You know, did you ever play like the old school ones? Ever play
Sorry, I was
Tactics or 13? Like they're all so different from one another. I mean, there's a lot of similarities between some of them, sure, but there's so many differences between them. My favorite JRPG ever, though. Arena, you're a JRPG person, aren't you?
What are we talking about? I'm sorry.
Scott's
JRPG.
all on about games.
Do you play JRPGs?
Played 14.
Are you a JRP person? JRPG.
I like
person?
RPGs.
No,
Yes.
specifically JRPGs.
What's the J stand for?
Wow. Okay, that's a no.
Japan.
Japanese role-playing games. So my favorite one is Lost Odyssey. I don't know if any of you guys have
I
ever
don't
played.
know how to read Japanese, so I can't play
It's translated to English.
Japanese.
Yeah,
Then it's
they're
not
all dubbed
Japanese?
or subbed or whatever.
Did Rena seriously name her character Rena? Excuse me. Yeah, because she's original. Okay.
You got a problem with that?
It was Scott's idea, okay? At the time it sounded really cool. We were all excited about it, and then I realized how dumb it sounded. It's too late now. I'm just kidding.
You guys have all just
No.
been saying it
Too
wrong the whole
So
time.
turn back now.
It's Reina, okay?
I do want to point out Rena stepped off camera. Like she shut off her camera, stepped off camera. All of a sudden, Messi heard like a gunfight happening. The Rena returns back
Yeah,
on
I
camera.
still don't know what that
and he
was.
comes
There's nothing
back going,
outside.
I think they left. And I was like, what the hell was Rena doing outside Messi's house just now?
He's like, oh shit, what's going on?
So what's up, guys?
Not paying attention. I'm paying
I
attention.
played 14.
Slightly.
I didn't really like 14 that much.
Wait, which one was 14? I don't think I played 14.
That's the MMO one.
No, I don't MMO. Not in years, not many years. Not since before 11 came out. So,
Not since he was 11. That's what I heard.
I played.
I think 11 came out when I was like 23.
Are we gonna actually do stuff today, or are we gonna
No,
talk
hold on,
about
hold on,
games
hold on,
that I
hold
don't
on.
care about?
You guys
Hold
talk
on,
about
hold
games
on.
I don't care about all the time.
I have never.
That's not true. You'll get in conversations.
It's not. We don't go live officially until I tweet Tyler. Give me like 2 minutes.
I played
Sure.
10. I didn't like 10 at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought Titus was like cheerful and fun. Like after playing with Squall
God,
in
he's
them.
so
See, I didn't like. I didn't like
annoying.
9. 9 was too like. I don't know, kiddie for me. I didn't like 9.
I only played 10 and 14, and yeah, I didn't like them both.
But
Either of
after
them.
playing as Squall and Cloud, which are some of the most obnoxiously emo characters coming out of the 90s where everybody was emo and grunge, like playing 10 where Titus was like a fresh new character, I was like, oh, thank God. And again, I didn't really play a ton of 9. I played maybe a couple hours of it. It's honestly, I remember that the Black Mage was really played up in it, you know, but I don't really remember much of it. It was almost like an homage back to the original Final Fantasy series, but Advent, oh man, Advent Children was not a good movie, but with great graphics. For its time, amazing graphics. Terrible movie. Trying to think, no other ones? Rena, you never played any of the FFs?
No, actually, I didn't. Those are the games that eluded me. I did like the newer Final Fantasy that's like the MMO briefly.
I suggest if you ever want to try.
I played Elder Scrolls instead.
I played Elder Scrolls 1, 2, and 3, and a smidge of 4. Never 5. Rena, if you ever want to try a JRPG that's really you have an Xbox, right?
Yes.
Which
a
one?
Dusty one.
Oh, so 360.
No, it's Xbox One.
Is one reverse compatible with the 360 games or no?
I think so, actually.
If you can get your hands on a copy of specifically Lost Odyssey, which it blew my mind because at the time you were doing the 360. 360, all console games were one disc. That game was two or three discs. So it was like, it's such a long game. It's such a good game that it was it required multiple discs even at the time of the 360.
Remember that shit? What a weird time.
I mean, didn't Cyberpunk come out with multiple discs?
Who buys
Did
discs?
it? Yeah, it was like, I don't know. We did digital download.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it
everyone-
came out with multiple discs. So, I mean, I remember when Baldur's Gate 1 came out with 6 discs, and nowadays you can fit that shit on like a, I don't know, a chip the size of Messi's penis, you know, like micro.
That's pretty small.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
But
SD card.
yeah.
A
Alright.
micro SD card.
So, anyways.
Remember
Did you
Crisis
finish-
had a few discs.
I tweeted this stream.
Oh, so are we officially going to start?
We can officially start.
Oh.
Yep.
I'll
Order in the
allow you to
Zoom.
recap so I can finish eating my my last few bites here, and so you can pull Tyler back in. Because I'm nice like that. I let you tweet and recap.
Recap
Gee, thank you
What
so
happened?
much.
What happened last week?
Last week on Rich side.
If you're
Ophius
taking
and
notes,
Yondis
read it so I don't
fought.
have to.
You're welcome.
Oh yeah, that was the whole thing.
That's pretty much a majority of it. Y'all are bros again. That's cool. No, but seriously, we're leading the army away from that city that we like all met back up in. Got into some trouble with Icarus's army. They thought we were pairing. We thought they were Yovance maybe, but then not really because they didn't really act like Yovance soldiers. So we fought, killed a lot of them, really wounded their leadership, and then we were like, wait, we shouldn't be fighting. We're both actually the good guys, so like, let's stop. Then we had like a whole meeting. Cadis showed up. I was like, yeah, we're not going to talk about that. Don't worry about it. And then we were going to work with them, but I was like, don't worry about it. Let's leave. But they did give us maps. That kind of gave us more information about the border back into Paradel. And we're basically just traveling back to get to whatever city. I keep forgetting the name of the city that we're going towards. But that's where the Kringal, or like one of the Kringal
Is
leaders is.
Renetslav? I think his name is.
Renetslav,
Yeah,
thank
sorry.
you.
I was like, without me having to look it up, I think it's Renetslav.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Laszlo, and I forgot to write this down, but I just remembered. Laszlo sent 2 telepathic messages to Rena, basically saying, oh yeah, by the way, Icarus's army, you know, Cadis, blah, blah, like they're working together. They're going to be, and it was kind of like a little too late on that message, but he was basically just telling us about them. He was like, you know how to reach me. And she's like, no, I don't, but didn't matter. And then he messaged her again and said, when you make it to Renetslav, there is someone or something that you can find. It's basically proof. I think it's something. It's just like paperwork that's like proof of this Kringal commander like doing sketchy shit. And if we show that to the rest of the leadership there, then they'll start to doubt him as well, and it'll be easier to take him out more quietly that way, rather than just kind of running and gunning. But that's pretty much it. But we did get into the city itself. Immediately got captured. All of our army is in jail, and then Ophios and Rena are in like a nicer jail.
Well, it's not
I
even
guess.
jail. You're actually
Not
where
even
the
jail.
officers
It's just
are.
a
You're just
room.
being, yeah. It's
We're
where the
being
officers
watched.
go. You're just like one of those. And you're like, can I open the window?
Yeah, And then we could, and we were like, wait, what? You can open the window?
And
No
like
one's
nobody's
there.
even watching you guys while you're like throwing things at each other through the window. You're like,
Yeah. Giannis was like, well, I'm out here, so I can go look for the thing. And we're like, yeah, actually, that and Ophios is a brilliant idea. He was like, well, if you get the thing, then we can show it to them and be like, hey, listen, this is why we're here, and then they'll be on our side. So
maybe,
Giannis
maybe
is gonna
because
go and find
Giannis is
that,
played by Messi, and because of how Giannis chooses to play Messi, I just imagine that scene
Wait,
as,
what?
as being like
How Giannis decides to play Messi?
no,
What?
how Messi plays Giannis, right? How Messi decides to play Giannis, right? So I imagine he's just kind of out that window, and he's like, "Hey, yo, Rain," and she's like, "Yeah, what's up? Listen, can you get the thing?" He's like, "No, what you gotta do? I got a plan. We gotta do. You gotta yeet." And she's like,
Oh, is this a background track?
There you go.
There you go.
Nice and quiet again. So you gotta yeet. And she's like, no. Listen, we have to go and get the evidence. Like, yeah, yeet. We gotta yeet. It's like,
No, he
Talk
had
about
like
the
an
SNL
awakening.
skit?
He's like,
that is
You
He's
watched
definitely
SNL recently? Okay.
like 3 or 4 weeks ago I saw that. But still, nonetheless, that character is definitely Yondas.
Yeah.
Tyler's Chad.
before that, during our travel there, one of the nights, we were actually about to have an RP like moment, just the three of us, to kind of recap what Giannis has been doing since you've been gone. Sorry.
You're not allowed to call me a Chad when you're talking about Final Fantasy, and so I decided to do my own thing.
I just did
We're
a
now doing
recap.
the recap.
Yeah, Final Fantasy ended like 43 minutes ago.
Were you listening?
Yeah, I heard your recap.
Hmm.
We opened a window. And we're
Funny enough-
retroactively going and having a conversation with Yondas about all the stuff in the past that we had before we walked into this town.
Yeah, funny enough, actually, Emo Dad, you were asking about whether or not there could be a recap of the first 4 seasons. They're literally
Good
about
question.
to have like a conversation like this.
We spent like the last hour trying to remember everything and
Yeah.
writing stuff down.
They're prepping
so-
up their notes or whatever just to make sure that they could actually go over a whole bunch of stuff that transpired in the past, because Messi's character just rejoined the party after being gone for a long time. So yeah, speaking of that,
Character 1.
so
Character
how are you
one's
guys
back,
having this
baby.
RP? Does Messi just kind of climb the wall?
No.
Sit in your bed?
I thought we were.
This is
saying-
retroactive.
No, this is retroactive. When
The
we-
retro.
we-
got it.
Gotcha.
We said we were
before
gonna
he's
RP
like, "Yo, you gotta
initially,
yeet." Yeah.
but then we
But
decided
we
to.
had like no time left,
Mhm.
and so we wanted
Yeah.
to get to the place, so we fast forward.
So this is the night before.
And to
we
answer your
get
question,
into
Messi,
Ranslav.
every spare moment that I had, or like while I was like driving or stuff like that, what I spent my time doing was listening to Veritasium, not SNL. SNL is
Here.
a 3 a.m. thing, not a 8 p.m. thing.
I have an idea to make this more like a serious thing. So Rena and I are probably sitting in our room and slightly talking about like,
An attention.
it's really weird how Yondas came back to us. You know? His story is just so unique. And flashback.
Oh, we're doing flashbacks.
Do you remember the
Oh
time?
God. And it's
You're
like-
telling the story of what happened 2 days ago, like word for word.
Yeah.
And then Yondas said, and then you were like, whoa.
Whoa! And I was like, whoa! And we were like, whoa.
And then you came to the tent and sat there with that sandwich, and she's like, "Yeah."
Whoa, dude.
Whoa. Yeah.
All right.
Remember
Anyway,
the time-
there's the scene. Flashing back to the scene. In
I
which
don't
we're
think
having
we
a
were doing
conversation.
Flashbacks.
Wait, I don't
No, it was a joke. It was me
Oh,
setting
okay.
it so that it was like current times, but
Sorry.
the audience is going back and seeing what happened that happened behind the curtain.
Yes, you're right.
Poor
no
Rena.
curtains.
Rena
no
Oh
struggles.
curtains.
my
in the
god.
room.
So
Guys,
can you-
it's
can
not
you-
Rena's fault that she struggles. I don't know if you noticed this or not, but
I'm here.
Rena's a fighter. If you know what I mean.
Yikes. Yikes. Yeah. No, I know what you mean. That means no magic.
I know.
Usually low.
Unless, of
end.
course, she became a rune knight or something. Is that a
Anyway,
fighter subclass?
It's not like Witcher.
how does this conversation begin? Yondas, Rena?
we were right in the middle
Let's let
of,
chat
of
decide.
talking about
Just
the
kidding.
plan. We were right in the middle of talking about the plan for
Chat.
how we were gonna go attack this commander.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah, and then I said we should probably talk about what's going on, and we all agreed.
Yeah.
And then we were like, "But we'll do it later." And then
Yeah.
later it happens.
Oh, that's true.
And-
It's just Tyler, you were very tired that session. That was 2 sessions ago.
You're
I think.
right.
You were very, very tired that session.
You're right.
Yeah. You walked
So
into that session
chat-
going, "I'm sorry if I fall asleep" or something like that. It was
Yeah.
none of
There,
those
there,
exact words
there were
along
like
those lines.
2 episodes. The last 2 weeks were like that. Today I'm awake. Why do I have this weird wiggle with my right eyebrow when I talk? It just randomly twinges up. There it went again. Stop! I
Tyler.
need to stop looking
We're all
at
gonna
myself.
be
It's
staring at your
freaking me out.
eyebrow now.
It's called an adorable idiosyncrasy. Okay, that's what
If
it
I
is.
talk, there's just like a weird time where my eyebrow randomly just there it goes.
He's not gonna be able to control it now.
I can't
Okay.
control myself with this hat on, Tyler. Light my way.
I want to
Wait.
understand why my
Take it
eyebrows
off.
randomly decide to have
Sinistro.
emotion and do the see right there. It's doing it again.
Scott, take it off.
No,
Take it off, Scott.
I like it when
Scott,
Sinistro is all over me. Tyler
take it off and
is
turn
the
it inside
elevator.
out.
Ooh.
Oh, then put it back on.
But inside out though. Yeah.
Why is it upside down?
Oh,
Now
now
flip
now
up
you have
the-
to fold it. You have to fold it up.
You gotta flip it up.
Why is it upside down, Scott? I want to know why my eyebrows like to do their own thing. When I sing, my right one is like randomly twinges up. You
Yeah.
trying to be Elmer Fudd with my hat
Yeah.
right
Now
now?
turn it.
He's not understanding. Oh, oh.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Oh, okay. It's over.
I would say it looks better, but he doesn't have the hat folded right, and it's bothering me. No, it's still not folded right. It's worse.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah.
Stop!
Keep going, I think.
You're
I don't-
triggering my OCD on my own merch.
I don't show off brands on my channel. We don't rep brands here. So we're just going to go ahead and
Too
fix
bad
this problem.
this has been here the whole time, and that mother sucker right
you don't,
there is
you don't
there.
realize there's a giant egg on top of that? Still have that image.
Quickly put the egg up, quick,
Egg hat.
before he looks.
Yes. I still have that. There we go. Can we actually start with the RP though?
Yeah. I'm just getting us in trouble real quick. Hold on.
Are you calling Josh?
No. Oh, that's a good idea. How would that get us in trouble though? He just won't
Are
answer.
you calling Josh?
I mean, I can call a
All
cell
right.
phone.
So
Annoy the poor guy.
no, I think Chad's good. I think Chad doesn't need to hear that.
I think we're all toast.
I'm all avocado.
All right.
You're all
Let's
toast.
before this goes too crazy. Let's get this started. Go ahead, guys.
It's a dark, stormy night.
Let's get it started in here.
It happens. It's happening. Why do I have the egg?
Because he's bringing the other egg for me.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go. Let's
Yeah,
actually
let's
tell
get it
this-
started. Hold on. Let's not start yet, though. I want to make it more wacky before we get started.
All right. Now it's gone. Now it's good.
All right. Now that we're all done being wacky.
Yeah. We all get our wax off.
All right. Come on, dude.
Man who just put an
Can't
egg
see.
over top of me.
No, it's gone. So we do so on the way into town, what do we do? Like a campfire or something with the army?
Yeah, and like night before, whatever. They're all just relaxing for the evening, I assume.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly that.
So
We're
all-
like off on
setting
our
up
own or
camp.
something. Yeah.
I don't know if this is after you had your fortune's favor of gaining the command of Lady Aravel. They're all like, "Yeah, ma'am, yes, ma'am. What, ma'am, can ma'am I do, ma'am, for you, ma'am?"
Sit in my tent. I'm sleepy.
You're like, "I could use a foot rub." You have 15 people rubbing your feet. You're like,
That's weird. That's too many. That's 14 too many.
only. See, I would think 13 too many.
Fight to the death. Whoever lives gets to rub my feet.
Well, I think we have 2 for the calves, right? And then you have 2
Well,
for
that's
the
not feet.
ankles.
That's not the feet.
All right, cool.
That's
And-
still not the feet.
Well, you know it's not
I
a good
guess that
foot rub
counts.
unless it's like all the anyway. 2 2.
All right, Rita, let's not get too high here, okay? Stay down by the ankles. Don't go too high.
You're the one who brought up calves.
Back to the. So they're all about this campfire. Everybody's eating and whatnot. You guys are sitting there.
All
And I
about
imagine
this campfire.
there's one of those awkward moments where Rena's like, where Rena probably goes and pulls out the details of the battle strategy and whatnot. But it's just one of those like tense moments when nobody said anything to trigger it. It's just everybody kind of like falls into one of those like silent, almost like tense moments where everybody becomes painfully aware of like how much time has passed and how awkward it is that all of you are together. Ophio's having gone through what he did, effectively dying, but not literally. Yonda's dying, I guess, or didn't. I don't know. You know, all that stuff transpiring the way that it happened. You thought Ophio's, and then like
I'm just staring at both of them, like, are they both actually dead? And this is just purgatory.
Lopers. No,
What's actually happening here?
So, anyways, it's one of those awkward, tense moments, and I will allow you guys to decide who breaks the tense moment with kind of like.
You didn't even finish your fucking sentence, dude. I'll let
None
you
of us.
Yeah. So, Scott, stop doing the hand motions. I got this. So as we... I'm gonna cut it the fuck out right now.
All right,
Go ahead and count to 5 for me. Can you count to 5 for me?
1.
With your hands.
1.
You guys missed it. He was counting to 5 with his hands, and he started on his thumb. He went pointer, then he jumped to ring finger, and he did pinky. Who does that? Anyway, enough about that.
That hurts my
And I asked him to
hand
do it
trying
again,
to
and he
do
got
that.
embarrassed and didn't do it. So, oh, he's back. Okay. So as we're sitting down around this camp, oh hey Scott, welcome back. You missed. We did the whole thing.
Lies. I went and got
So as
myself
we're-
store-bought gelato since I don't live anywhere near Anna.
So as we're sitting at this campfire enjoying some supper, Yondis is kind of just watching you guys eat, and then he says, "Was kind of weird, wasn't it? When I just came out from behind a tree with a platter of sandwiches. You know, it's funny. I actually don't eat anymore.
Eat food at
Like-
all?
Yeah, don't eat. Don't need to. There wasn't a lot of food at the temple. Stergo showed me a trick to getting around that.
You don't
Met him
miss it?
too.
Miss eating? Sometimes.
Ovios, of course, ignores that part and goes, "You met him too."
Yeah, sure did. I'm gonna turn down this light. Hold on, it's too bright.
Like my future. What?
You're 40.
Oh. Damn.
Ovios,
Sorry.
Ouch.
That was fun. That was fun
but
for
with
me.
regard to coming out from behind the tree with sandwiches, you always were a nosy little bugger.
What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, you like...
Do you want to fight again?
No, I'm just saying you... Rena and I bonded, and you found your way into the group, and...
Yeah, you know that I
and
never
you were
really
quite good at sticking your nose in other people's business.
Yeah, I didn't have a lot to keep myself busy with, so I went searching. You know, I had my whole mission, the family jewel I was sent to get.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah.
Is that why it took you so long to find us again, or...
Well, I guess if you want to start at the beginning of when we
I'm-
separated.
I'm curious what happened with Kudan. Or that
With who?
guy that took you.
The bounty hunter.
Bounty hunter.
The
The
right when
one
you're
that-
talking about.
The one that we thought killed you.
Right. Yeah, you know, actually I don't know what happened to him. It was a long time ago for me. I remember us running from the hunter, and then you two escaped and I didn't. I remember that. But
We
when
thought
I
you
woke
were
up,
dead.
Yeah, I did. I did too. But you know, it's gonna sound kind of bad, but at the time I didn't really care. Anyway, um, yeah, when I woke up, he wasn't there. There was this band of orcs came and scared him off. What were the names? I remember one of them was named
Vigor
Oomph.
and Oomph.
I remember one of them was named Oomph, and he was a weird guy. But they, yeah, I woke up and they were going through my stuff, and I didn't have the strength in me to even get up, let alone fight to keep it. So I kind of just talked to them when they were taking everything I had. You know, I knew you guys were going to be okay without me. When I woke up and you guys weren't there, I knew you were safe. If anything, if you had been around me, I would have been more worried. But when my head hurt and my jaw was swollen and I could barely see who was in front of me, and I was actually happy that you two weren't there. I was afraid I'd see corpses. They liked me, the orcs. I think it was because I, again, had some kind of concussion, so I must have spoke similar to an orc. And they took me with them west. Travel with them for a while.
You didn't want to come back. It's not like you didn't know where we were going.
I felt like you guys were better off without me then. It's kind of a dead weight.
What kind of dead weight kills the Loper himself?
Only because I got lucky. I wouldn't have been able to do it without you guys. I mean, I did get stuck in a tree, or not a tree, a building. That's what it was. I was stuck in a building during that fight for a while. Anyway.
You still killed him.
Yeah, well, I wasn't ready. I think. Yeah. I didn't know why at the time, but I think I was just too immature to be on that grand of a quest, you know? It seemed too important for someone like me.
Yeah, well, it failed.
Not yet.
No, I
Anyway.
mean Zalgov.
You're thinking too small. We're still in the mission. But, those orcs died, by the way. They didn't make it long. I think one of them got away, but,
Oh,
there was, we were in the plains in the west, and there was this little sneaky, disgusting creature. It was like a little flesh ball with a bunch of mouths on it came and literally ate them. I could hear it talking to me in my head, and I wasn't strong enough to fight it then. And I watched as
the Jello
the only
cubes
people
that attacked us, Raymond.
Sounds like the same thing.
yeah, they're nasty. I haven't seen one since. So there's more than just the one. There's a lot.
There's several.
That's not a good sign.
Apparently, all across the western border.
I wonder how you deal with something like that. I mean, it whispers to you, tells you to do things. Hard to resist sometimes. Maybe I was just in a bad state for it. I don't know.
Seemed pretty easy
But,
to me.
Shut up. So after my whole team died to them, I didn't really have anything to do. I didn't know. I mean, I knew you guys were out there somewhere, but I felt I couldn't just come back to you, you know? I had to do something. And my trail for the jewel was cold on arrival. I mean, I really didn't have anything. So I went home. I went back to the capital. Is that Osto? Is the capital, Scott? Osto?
Yep, Osto.
Osto. So I went back to my family in Osto, and on the way there, that's when I discovered time wasn't quite right. You guys experience anything like that too? I've heard lots of stories.
Then looks at Rena.
Probably our
get-
fault.
You know, I had an inkling of an idea that it was. But anyway. I ended up back in a long time ago when then I went forward again. It was just a lot of, it's hard to keep track of, it's been so long since I've thought about it, honestly. But when I got home, it had actually been a year earlier. I actually got home the day I left home, if that makes sense. Apparently I had left that morning. And I felt like a failure. Like I've been sent out to do one thing, right? I came home the day I left, beaten and dirty, and I smelled like a very lively barn. And when I got to the door, and like the butler opened it, told him I want to speak to my father, and he
Excuse
shooed
me,
me
what's
away.
a butler?
I'll tell you when you're older. And then
That's what you
When
call
my father-
That's what you call a dustpan on a stick. You know, those dustpans on a stick, and you like pick it up and it like folds up, and you put it down, it like opens up.
those are
You
called
sweep it
butlers.
up. That's called a butler.
This is
Really?
Ophios asking, sir.
He said, "Hey,
Okay,
don't
yeah,
butt
yeah,
into
so-
our RP."
Okay, sorry, Ophios. Yeah, a big dustpan on a stick came down and let me in the room, and he didn't want to send my father to me because he didn't know who I was. So I convinced him to. I might have used a little magic. I honestly don't know. But when I did meet my father, he didn't recognize me either, and I was frustrated. And there was a little altercation where he tried to kill me, but I escaped, and I hid in my mother's office. And that's when I found that she had orchestrated the whole event that sent me to Vala with the Thieves Guild and the jewel being stolen in the first place. That was all her.
A ruse. To what end?
Something of the sort. I'll get there. But I knew that I wasn't safe there at that point. I mean, my own mother had lied to me and sent me to Vala to find something that was still in Osto. So I went searching for it, and I found it. And once I had it, I didn't know what to do with it. It seemed important. I mean, my mother basically stole it from me, hired someone to beat it from me. She hid it, so I knew I needed to have it. But I was looking through the city for some supplies so I could travel again, and she found me first. And Ophios, you might want to listen to this part. And please remember, I am your friend. But I went to a store, and I spoke to the smith there. And he went to the back room, and everything was quiet for a long time. I couldn't hear anyone around me. No people passing by, no birds chirping, no bugs cricketing. And my mother walked in, told me to give her the jewel. Gave me a choice. Scott, don't wink at the camera. And I tried to flee. And I smashed a window to escape. And the glass, Ophios, the glass never hit the ground.
Scott, can I roll? I don't think I need to roll.
You don't need to roll anything for that. Yeah, you first-hand experience that you fully remember.
are you saying your mother is a Loper?
Yeah. And that makes me a Loper's son.
What of your father?
I think he was using the jewel to stay alive for a long time with her. But I don't know.
Your father is not a Loper.
I don't think so.
That
If
would
he was,
explain
he's a
why
shitty
the
one.
way in which you were using the magics before were different.
Right. Abstergo said something similar.
So you were not.
Anyway.
What did Abstergo call the Lopers again? Because Ophius would remember.
11s?
11s.
11s.
No.
So he said you were not an 11.
I don't know.
Nope, he did specifically say that you weren't. Yeah,
He said that I'm something between an 11 and a 9.
What's a 9?
10. A 9 is it's just regular people of Paradel. Regular Perrin, like Rita. Or
Hey, Rena, he's calling you a 9, but you're a 10 in my
Shut
book.
the fuck up, God. I knew you were gonna say something. I was like, can we get through the moment without him calling? Nope.
oh,
no,
9
we
is
can't.
magic user. Magic Perrin? Is that
You're
right?
only a
is it
9?
9 is a magic Perrin? Or just any Perrin?
Well, no, they're actually, it's not magic Perrin. They're like the leaders.
Oh.
Yeah.
So 9 are more close to regular Perrin. I think it's hard to tell Scott, remind me, but I think it's hard to tell the difference between a regular Perrin and a 9. There's not a lot that's different. It's just like
They're just kind of like genetically. They're
Characteristics.
Just like, yeah, you have to imagine they're genetically superior, right? Because there's you have to,
well,
these,
I don't know, Scott.
These are created peoples, right? These aren't people that are just like born through.
I mean,
they were literally created in test tubes, as you guys saw. Not Yondas, Elijah, right?
I mean,
I know we
my
had-
brother is genetically superior than me. I was born with a kidney defect, so an entire.
But not to get into weird things where people born with health issues are genetically inferior. Not to go anywhere near down that rabbit hole. 'Cause that's, I very much
weird. You were
that.
saying that all before we started streaming. So why is this different? I don't understand.
Niet.
Oh, sorry.
Conrad.
Operation 9. I'm sorry.
Anyways, so but they literally are genetically created peoples. So yeah,
GMO people. Yeah.
Literally.
Like when you go to the store to buy bananas, those would be 9s. If you were to grow a banana, that would be that'd be a banana, you know.
Anyway,
Vanessa,
continue.
you asking me to grow a banana right now?
Yeah, on stream, please.
I really hope.
remember-
yours
I'm going
isn't
back to
curved
muting
that
myself.
much, Scott.
Yeah, thanks. I don't remember where we were. Okay, so yeah, the 9s are they're like regular Perrin, but then altered their DNA to be faster, stronger, better magic.
Better, faster, stronger, smarter.
Yeah, that's not the right lyrics.
Abstergo did say something about them being created, and me being created to fix the flaws.
Yeah. So it's good that you mentioned that. He told me a bit about your people.
Not fix the flaws, get rid of the beings that were causing issues.
Slacona. The mole that made the Lopers decided that the Lopers were too motivated and not enough they didn't have enough empathy, I think would be the best way to phrase it. Kind of like they created people whose goal in life was ruling over others. Dictatorships, kings, monarchies, that kind of thing. So the mole tried to undo everything, and that's why you were made. You know this. That's a question. Do you know this?
That I was made. That my people
Yeah.
were made. No.
Wow.
I had an inkling, though. We did find something.
Gotcha. That's
You did mention you heard of me being an egg. It had to do with me being reborn, if that is correct, Rena.
It is.
Yeah, I don't know much of your kind, but I do know that there's a story that goes back to before 13's time, I think. He told me that when they were making this Lacona, I guess one had somehow slipped away or casted some kind of magic they weren't aware of, where they were able to peer back into the temple that I was in. And there was a class happening. There were students watching as this Slaclona just kind of this image of a Slacona kind of appeared in front of them and said something like it's my goal to kill you all, or something like that. It's a game of, it's been a long time since we've written down that kind of stuff. It was vocal, verbal sharings of what he said. I don't remember the details, but when that happened, everything kind of fell apart. That's when the Lopers realized what the mobiles were up to and overthrew them. So
does Rena look at Ophios? Because Ophios right now is...
She's literally staring at you while he's saying all this. Like, you gonna say something or should I say something?
It's kind of ironic that the thing that the mole created to end the Lopers was the thing that made the Lopers kill all the mole.
Ophios?
That's my fault.
Well, I was gonna say it sounds like something you would say, but I guess you just, Slaclona's got deep roots,
It was me.
In the temple.
When we were fixing the thing we broke. Somehow we peered through time.
Oh.
I did not know that they could see me in the moment.
If it makes you feel
the
better.
fact that they said, "What are you?" And I said, "The one that will kill you."
That's what it was. Yes, yeah. So that really was you. Wow. That's bad. Well, if it makes you feel better, you didn't really have a choice, did you?
I did. But I was angry.
Obviously, think about this for a second. Before you had gone to the Time Temple, were there mole around?
Not that I know of.
So, even if you hadn't have gone into the temple, you didn't really have a choice. You had to have gone to the temple and said what you did, otherwise there would have been mole, right? So what you did was stop a paradox.
Well, we didn't have to do that. What he did. We were merely observing.
What I'm saying is you didn't have a choice. It's kind of the way time works. Anyway, don't think about it too much. Just hurts my head. But oh, right, the jewel.
So what you've just told me is that I am guilty of another incident of many people dying.
No. What the Lopers did with what you said was what was in their nature. It's something they would have done, regardless of the catalyst. Just working their way up to it. 13 was pretty confident in that. That's why you were made to begin with. It's to do the very thing you said you were going to.
Although I did.
You can
tip
have my
hand.
rations. if you want.
I don't need your rations.
Sometimes I feel eating used to make me feel better.
Hunting makes me feel better.
We can do that in the morning.
We?
Yeah, I'll help you.
I think you forget that I become a snake and hunt down vermin.
I could chase them into you. Anyway, so the jewel, the jewel that I was talking about, after 13 left and I left, well, I guess I should tell you I'd been with him for a long time. We studied, you see, he taught me.
Oh, did you mate?
No, obviously we didn't mate. But
Everybody tells me that when you're with somebody for a long time, you mate.
this was a
Don't
temp-
ask. Don't ask.
Did you do something, Rena?
No, I did nothing. I did nothing. She's like, listen, there were
Let's
a lot
just
of
move
memories
on.
here. To relearn is a long story.
So
Don't worry about it.
The temple, though, he taught me a lot of how to use the Loper magics, the metaphysical bonds that they have with themselves and the areas around them, time and space and that kind of thing. So I know some tricks that are useful in countering them. I mean, that's what he trained me for. And then he sent me to do it, to help him on his ultimate goal of removing the 11s.
Which is my goal. You're saying Abstergo and I have the same mission.
In a sense, I think his is yours was given to you genetically, his was by choice, I feel. But after I learned these tricks that he taught me and these magics, I was told to leave, and I did. And I went to Hot Gwen and Adir to see if I could find someone to tell me what the hell the jewel did, because no one seemed to know. And it turns out it was it's a time anchor. It goes in the temple. So I had someone activate it for me, and that took that was a bit difficult, surprisingly, and not because the stone was hard to use, but because the person who did it was a little untrustworthy, and now I'm a little bit concerned as to what their motivation was, and perhaps we should go to Hot Gwen soon to investigate that, but that's another story.
Oh, who was it?
I'll tell you later. So I brought the jewel back to the temple, and after it was, corrected, there was something wrong with it that my mother must have done, and I placed it at the altar, and there was a man there named he was Mole. Jesus, what was his name? Or sorry,
I thought you said the mole were dead.
Kroll,
Kroll. Yeah, you know Kroll.
right?
Oh, Kroll.
Yeah, that was the second time we went to the temple.
Kroll's a mole?
Was he?
Kind of. He's
Yes,
got the
there actually is
Emperor.
a mole there, but not Kroll. Kroll was a hobgoblin that was there, but within the hobgoblin was
the
mole
emperor.
The Emperor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
And for those
I
of you
remember.
viewing that aren't familiar, Mole Empire were hobgoblins back when they had their empire before it collapsed. The scientifically and magically advanced race that was able to genetically create or engineer other races.
Like
Anyways,
the Lopers and the Sloke.
like the Lopers, the Sloko, and the Perrin, right? And themselves, actually, the hobgoblins or the mole themselves were created from something much worse than that. Or much like lower tier than that. Anyways, hobgoblins today are just the physiological
Leftovers.
the leftover people from the fallen empire. They lost the magics and the science. But anyways, back to
So
a
what the
nation of
fuck-
vivisectionalists.
Yeah, so Kroll, he had a spirit in him of a mole emperor that was very aggressive, kind of rude, but
Yes.
it was nice enough.
I almost killed him because of how he was being.
Yeah, it's a good thing you didn't. He was anchoring time pretty well until I brought the stone back. But he told me that you had turned into an egg, and that he had seen you recently. So I put the stone on the altar. Time fixed itself, it seems, and I came to Malta to find you. What were you doing there? Are there Perrin? Are there Lopers in Malta?
Well, when we lost you, we ran into some people that we were meant to aid. Where were we heading again when you got captured?
To Zalgov.
Right.
Sounds right, yeah.
We met somebody named Erwin.
And his men. They agreed to help us. We were on the same mission, essentially. But then we met someone else there, Elijah. Actually, funny enough, he was sent from Malta. Well, I guess that's not true anymore. Anyway, he came from Malta to investigate what was going on.
He heard of Rena and the success we had in Momley. And apparently he had come up with interest on behalf of the Maltese. For it was having an impact on Paradel. He appeared very weak at first, mind you. But go on, Rena.
Another advisor, or?
I'm merely remembering from a past life at this point.
Friend, actually. But we'd only known him for a few days before we were separated from him.
Yes.
Seems rather unimportant then.
Well, we ran into a childhood friend of Rena's.
She looks at you. He's
What?
talking
Another warrior?
Yeah, we trained together. But at the time, I did not choose to go forward with the Paradel. I didn't want to. That's when I broke off and worked in. Yeah.
See.
He continued. Cadus is his name. But he was.
Killing him.
He's still alive.
Did we need to track him down, or?
No, actually, he's kind of on our side now.
He did hand us quite a defeat, though.
What happened? You met with him and
he was running the army in Zalgov. His forces were quite strong, which ultimately led to our failure. We bargained with him. Or Ophios, I should say, was his idea. He would help us investigate the Lopers. Only if
sounds
we
pretty risky.
Yeah. Only if we agreed to essentially atone for our crimes.
Put everything on the line for revealing myself.
So you faced the executioner to get a guard to investigate Lopers?
It helped there was an attachment to Rena.
Yeah, he wouldn't have executed us, I don't think. I don't know how invested he was in helping us at the time, but he was interested enough. Deemed the threat to be enough if it was affecting all of Paradel. Wanted to trust me but he sent us to the gate. I don't know if you know what that is.
From my upbringing, yeah, I had heard of it. It's it seems to be a place where the worst people
Are
get
tortured.
punished. And
More rumors is what you would have heard, not verified. You know what I mean? Like right now, like it's one of those things like Area 51. There's rumors that crazy scientific experiments happened there. Whether or not there was actually aliens is, but like crazy. It's like maybe you don't have proof one way or the other.
So, did you see any UFOs or?
Actually, yes.
Unidentified flying ogres? No, they were actually trolls.
Scott, what's
I killed 3 of them.
UFTs?
Oh, 2. Just kidding.
What's up?
Scott, what's the designation of the snake version with hands that are snake heads?
Technically speaking, abomination. But hold on.
No, that's
Oh!
Abomination is a different one. I'm talking about the other version of
Yeah, because you're
like half
you're
human thing.
Hold on, give me one second. I'm looking at your
I'm Slocona. The
pure
base race is Sloko
blood?
for encompassing all of them.
Kind of like pure blood or something like that.
No.
that's
We're
different.
talking about
Basically,
this world.
Their hands are snakes.
Yeah. Because
And they have a
Slocos
human
race,
Hands are
Slocona-
snakes,
Yeah.
Yeah, you were there for those sessions.
like a puppet show.
Slokonev.
Slokonev. Okay. I wanted to know just to be sure.
I'll write it on your character sheet for you.
Thank you. Yes.
I'm gonna eat an Oreo.
Well, in a sense of seeing aliens, much of my race is considered alien, but there was a Slokov there.
Did
A
you
version
have
of me.
is there a clan near there, or was he
No.
somewhat of a freedom fighter too?
No, you misunderstand. Each designation within us, within the Sloko, are designed for distinct and different purposes. This kind is beneath me, far less powerful, with hands that are reptilian and the head of a human. They fight multiple minds. They are of multiple minds. There are ones that look more Perrin, more human. That was what Ophelia was, Rena. And then there's another that we recently found out about. One that perhaps is working with the Lopers.
Are you talking about Aslan?
Not Aslan. Aslan is much like Ophelia. I'm talking about the information we still need to research in that temple or basement we found,
Oh, the others. Right.
where the Lopers seem to be trying to create one of us. Perhaps. But aside from that point, there was another Sloko creature there. Another one of my race, but a different designation.
He was your cellmate, right?
Correct. And at first I hated him. I despised him. He was beneath me, but I found a way to work together and win him over and hopefully bring his sanity back. And it is my hope that at some point he relearned how to turn into snake form and possibly could have escaped.
You
But
sound
that place,
unsure.
time changed everything. You see, when we left that prison, that hellhole, that place that Rena and I were both lucky to survive, partially my fault, as Rena may have received more punishment. Cadus came back and got us out of that hellhole. And when he found out what it was, he was disgusted. Proving more to me of why he could be trusted. Even if Rena didn't at first after we went through that experience.
It's actually a good point for something else I wanted to mention. We in the beginning we were a bit careless, and we were unable to properly tell friend from foe. But the mission is to kill Lopers, right? And this Cadus person seems like a victim of the system. Would you agree?
No.
I was waiting for Rena to speak up.
No.
Wow.
So you're saying
You didn't let me
Cadus-
finish, Scott.
I'll let you go. Go.
More victim of mine.
Well, regardless, he's unaware, or at least he was unaware of what the Lopers were and what they were doing, right?
He
What
was
rank
at
was
the
he?
time. What rank was he? He's a commander, right?
Oh, he's a what you call it? He's not just a commander.
Field
He's called
commander?
not a field commander. It's a
Oh yeah, there's a
lieutenant,
name to it.
LT commander.
Lieutenant Commander.
Yeah.
So, even some high-ranking parent officers are unaware of what's going on at the top, then, in the Kringals.
Yeah, another as well, actually.
If I remember right.
Barnes.
It was. Yes, Barnes is on our side as well. But I believe it was Elijah that opened his eyes to the fact that they existed when we were in that hellhole.
That's good.
Or a Maltese friend, Elijah.
What that means is these people don't know who they're fighting for and who they're dying for.
They're
And
people, you mean?
um,
Or these people? Like shoot
the
gestures
people
back.
the people of Paradel. And I've never felt comfortable. I made some mistakes, but I never wanted to take lives on this trip. That's a pact I wish to keep. Doing my best. Sadly, these apparently are hard to control, and I made some mistakes where I hit harder than I should, and that I will live with. But for people,
You made
like,
mistakes before you had that ability.
I made mistakes yesterday too, and
Do you
I
not
don't want to do
remember
that
when we were
anymore.
robbing the boat?
Yeah. I remember every person I've killed.
I'm not talking about necessarily killed, but we're reckless in the task at hand.
I'm still reckless, but non-lethally. So I'm not asking you to do it too, but I want you to understand that today, when I faced against someone and I had the option to kill them or let them live, I let them live, and it turns out that was the right call.
Just know that if it is a Loper you are fighting, letting them live is a mistake.
Oh, Lopers die. I have to. I like Scott's muted laughter.
Anyway,
But,
Unless you're
Perrin-
a loper, then you're murdered.
Perrin
Instant
live.
death.
They're just fools. Don't know what they're doing.
either way, Rena, you still haven't told me exactly what you went through in that hellhole.
Doesn't matter. I will tell you. You see, we all had cellmates we were chained to. Did everything together. That's how they had it. Put us on shift together, like, you know, same set, like literally chained to your cellmate. I remember seeing Ophios one time when they would let us outside occasionally. At the time, my cellmate had gotten ill, and I didn't care for him too much. So it didn't really matter what happened. But that day that I saw Ophios, well, I thought I might use him somehow to break out or something. Anyway, I tried taking care of him, but he died. Though they didn't remove him. So I mean, I don't know how long it was, or how many days I had to carry him. Anyway.
Well, I guess not every parent has to live. There are a few that might deserve it.
Yeah, well, we left after that. But I don't know how long. Ophios did teach me some of his language, though, on the way back. I know quite a bit now.
The way to as well.
Oh, that's right. I remember.
I can't speak Slakona, but I can talk in your brains, which is nice.
I'm sure that has no language barriers.
I don't think it does, but I'm opening my journal.
The barrier is
review
they
the
have to
notes.
speak a language. It doesn't have to be your language. So they have to be like intelligent enough to actually comprehend languages.
As long as they can hear me in their heads.
Speaking of, seeing as you are, well, have some inkling of blood of the Loper, do you know how to speak Loper?
Probably should, but I don't.
So I'm still the only one then.
Yeah, we still need you.
Regardless, after we got out of the gate, thanks to Elijah and Cadus,
We were taken to see Commander Barnes. Right?
I believe we were taken to the temple.
Well, she wanted to.
We went to the temple.
That's right.
with
Actually, we
Cadus.
went to the temple first, and then
And on the
reported to her
way-
about it.
Correct. And on the way down, Cadus decided to try and stop what was happening in the gate on his own volition.
Yeah, by himself. He ended up serving time there for much longer than we did.
But we went to the temple where some of us were able to see through the illusion.
We came across
Illusions.
those. Sorry, go ahead.
What illusion are you talking about?
The ruins that hid the temple.
It wasn't hidden. Oh, right. Yeah. Alright. I've just been in it for so long, I've forgotten. I don't see it. I think that might be part of the old blood.
Anyway, we went in there and went through the levels. Elijah passed out, got stuck in the rock on the way in, by the way. He got kidnapped by a bean thing with many hands.
Ah, that must have been after I left then. Yeah, that's if people get stuck in time anomalies for too long, they lose themselves in it. It's very sad. You
Yeah, we
killed
did.
it?
I did, yes.
Good.
Seemed like there was only the one.
This Elijah guy seems pretty useless.
I still have that bean, by the way. He picks up the little bean.
I'm
I don't know
sorry.
what that is.
The bean disappeared. He doesn't have it.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't have it.
Oh.
It was a joke.
The bean and sponge, yeah.
Yeah.
Oops.
There's-
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say there, I discovered how that Loper you killed had the honeysuckle magic.
Yeah, that's actually how I do my blades too. It's pretty useful. I could teach it to you if you had 20 years.
I would probably be dead by then.
Yeah, me too. At this rate. Almost died yesterday.
Rena went swimming.
Oh, that's not related.
In the temple, he means.
You didn't drink it. You drank it. Oh, that must
It was
have
a.
been
It was a. It was a. Emergency.
Different
Yeah.
time. Later.
We don't need to talk about it. It's
Yeah,
fine.
I'd rather we just forget about it.
Did you go
completely.
into the white powder room?
Yes.
That he was there
Yeah.
before.
That's how we in the beginning. That's how we used to eat.
Oh, yeah, let's shut the fuck up.
I'll let Rena talk.
Nope, nope. Anyway, yes. So we worked our way up to the top of the temple.
Mm-hmm. And I'm assuming
Found-
13 was gone.
Yeah, someone named Edmund was in his place, being torn apart.
Edmund.
It was a friend of the people who were in there, or at least the
But they
one
just-
that was there.
But you said he was being torn apart. You mean like physically is turned inside out? So
Physically
who-
torn in half and reformed
how
back
did a-
together.
how did a mortal get on the altar?
Well, the other
I'm
person.
guessing they weren't able to tell you. Yeah.
They actually just went to the top, as far as I know.
No, I mean, I'm just wondering why they thought they'd be able to handle it. So
I don't think they knew what
Unfortunate.
it was.
So after you left with Cadus, you went back a second time?
Well, the first time we may have broken it.
Broken what?
Time.
Yeah.
No. Time was broken when Abstergo left. He was in place of the jewel that I had, that my mother, I guess, had taken a long time
We
ago.
removed the person who took the place of Abstergo.
Well, they don't last long, so
You're right, they died.
they don't last long on it either. It might seem like they do because it's contained in a small area. the time's a lot faster there.
You mean
but,
being torn apart and brought back together again, and torn apart and brought back together again, and torn apart
it's-
and brought back together?
that cycle doesn't last forever, is what I'm saying. Typically, it's not long. But it's agony.
So we left it
I,
empty when we left the first time, and
And then when did Kroll come?
Rena also
Second
saved
time?
a life that was trapped in a loop.
Oh, good. Good, yeah. Bean is a terrible thing to become.
An unusual bard that supposedly has written songs about Rena.
Salon. Yeah, he was the one who had entered just before us, and that
Wow.
was his friend on the top.
Entered just before his
Relative.
he kept entering. We'll put it that way.
Yeah, loops are dangerous. It's a good thing you freed him. But tell me more of after that trip. It seemed like that was more of an exploratory thing. So what was the functionality behind going to the temple for you?
Well, at first we went to really see what kind of temple it was. Just investigate, if any lopers were actually there, or what kind of magics or anything really.
I learned more about the Lopers there, and it was because Cadus needed to see it. Something along those lines. For us to report to his commander.
Yeah, on the way back.
Wake the fuck up, samurai.
He's out, dude.
He's up. He's up.
No. He's like, no.
No, I'm listening to all the RP. Why would I pass out? That'd be terrible.
You didn't say anything about the guy who donated 100 bits. That's crazy.
He looks. He's like, oh.
Are you talking about Anno? I waved to him both times
Yeah.
he did it.
Oh.
Yeah.
He donated. You didn't do anything. And you said, "Yep, he's gone."
No, right here.
Okay.
right
I'm
here.
sorry I woke you up. You can go back to bed.
I'm not sleeping.
We don't need to burn the city yet. You got some time.
Oh, wait, what?
You can go back to your resting your eyes.
So I'm listening to the RP. Keep going.
Kudan
Sorry,
found us.
That was just fun. Who found you?
Oh,
The
right.
bounty hunter.
Ah.
And his dog.
Wow. Yeah,
We
I
killed
don't. I never learned his name.
But we killed the dogs, but
Nice headphones, Scott. Be it. Jesus Christ.
I don't recommend harvesting their organs without gloves on.
Yeah, I didn't plan on it.
Yeah, they poisoned Ophios, and he got pretty beat up. Actually, you got so sick that we had to take you to the hospital. Can't remember.
It's called the something of tranquility. It's like more or less something of tranquility. It's run by a wonderful woman by the name of the Slumbering Queen. She doesn't have any other alias. That's just the one name she goes by as part of her faith. She's a leader of her faith, and now through voting, Chantry. That's right, Viking. Chantry of tranquility, and she through the voting of the people, she is actually now the ruler of Hardgwen, but not like as a unilateral leader, like some sort of dictator. She has like a whole council of people that are all voted into position as well that serve alongside her. She just gets like the biggest say as like a snapshot decision maker, right? Anyways, so Slumbering Queen's Chantry of Tranquility is where you guys went. It's both a religion and a hospital. You obviously didn't go there for the faith. You went there for the food. I mean,
The uniforms.
The The
They were
hospital.
supposedly, I remember they had figured out how to treat people with the undead, and so Elijah thought that would be the place that could possibly deal with this infection.
It
Sorry,
didn't work.
Ophios doesn't say that. It's just you saying that.
Oh. Yeah, we took Ophios to that hospital in hopes that they could heal him. It didn't.
Oh, Messy. Giannis is
Yeah.
gonna love this part of the story.
Yeah,
He's gonna
I
say
know.
like, yee
I know.
yee.
Oh my
I
god.
know.
Sorry, go ahead.
All right, go ahead, Rena, and be detailed here.
This part Rena's gonna have to tell because traveling
Yeah.
to this place, I have
You were flying.
no memory.
You were
I have
so
no memory
sick.
of
You
it.
were flying.
Yeah, he was not doing good. They couldn't help him. The only thing that we could figure out from him was that he wanted to leave. At the time, I didn't know what for or why. I kind of. He said the.
This was in Hodgwen.
Yes.
Rena, what exactly happened at that hospital? You're saying I wanted to go somewhere.
You were in snake form, but we had you hidden away. Elijah had put up an ice wall, basically forced the
To
people
be
there
clear,
to.
the ice wall is because he was overheating like crazy. His skin was hot to the touch, so they were using layers of ice to try to keep his body from literally shutting down from overheating, which is strange because, again, being part snake, you think maybe he's cold-blooded or something, but either way, this was not a typical
It's almost like he was
disease.
cursed to have hot blood. Ah.
Ah, Jesus. Fortune did not favor him.
Mm.
On what happened after that?
Oh, you were delirious. Just
Well, hold on. So, in this hospital in Hodgwen, who'd you speak to? Anyone important?
I can't remember, honestly.
Xander?
Xander was in the hospital?
Wait, did Xander wasn't there while you guys were there?
No,
Never mind.
he wasn't.
My apologies. My apologies. He was off
would've
doing a
been cool,
Patreon
though.
quest. My apologies.
Yeah.
Fucking God, Patreon. Damn it, you ruined everything. Anyway. So,
No one in the
no one-
hospital.
no one important. Okay.
As
And
was
I know you were delirious, Ophios, but at any point did you come back? Or were you only at the hospital when you were delirious?
This entire thing, the next thing I remember is being in Momley in the
Okay.
basement with the statue. You remember the
Yeah,
statue?
the slumbering queen who runs the hospital there. She's the one who stole the jewel from me and unlocked it and gave me a fake, and she used it to further her position of power. And now that you and I know much more about Lopers than we did in the past, I think it's pretty clear that something's going on in Hodgwen. Might be worth an investigation. I've been thinking about it a lot because she really, she was, I would fall asleep and she would appear in my dreams as a specter that would try to guide me to learn my secrets, and it was quite annoying. And I spoke to her about it, and I don't remember what happened, but I suspect that it didn't go my way.
Anyway, good to note. We'll have to investigate further, but perhaps we should continue with this story.
Sure, yeah.
Not much left to tell there. You
Well,
knew
you
of
did think I died.
Yeah, the place you were trying to get to was just under one of the buildings there. Bank, I think. I don't know. Something important. Anyway, we broke in. And there was a funny enough, one of the statues down there looks like the first cave that we saw in Momley, though no one there. I couldn't figure it out, and neither could Elijah. The only other thing I thought to try was to put you on the statue itself, and that's when you melted into lava and disappeared.
You could do that, like at any point.
No, not exactly.
It was because your skin was hot to the touch, right?
What I remember from this point is waking up in the...
Would Rena say she believed him dead at this point, or would she keep that to herself? Sorry.
I mean, he said that. Ophio said that like a few minutes ago, but yeah, I mean, she thought he was dead.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead, Ophios. I'm sorry.
From this point on, I
Back to bed, samurai.
woke up in the basement of Momley, where our good snake friend, you know, the top half human, Perrin looking, and bottom half snake, was taking care of me, healed me. Seemingly, they were... The town was different. I didn't go out and explore it or anything, but from what he told me, packages were arriving weeks before they were supposed to, before he hadn't even submitted the order for them, and his packages they were constantly asking where they were, why they were late. It was here where I discovered that time was broken and that perhaps we were the ones that broke it. Simply because the person we removed from the top of that temple said time needs a guide before they
It
passed.
does. Well, it did. Yeah.
Well, at this point, I didn't know what was happening. I didn't know why I was there or anything else like that until he told me I'd come through the statue. And by praying to my merciful god Snaga, I went back through the statue. Except when I came to, I came to at what I can only assume was a different time. A time where two hobgoblins and a fire elemental that was enormous, by the way, which I saw later in that same building when I came back, saw me, thought me to be the Emperor's pet, and stabbed me with a dagger to siphon some blood off from me. In order to try and protect my kind and such like that, I had to fight these hobgoblins. Arguably downed one, but then was trapped in a cube and flooded and nearly died, drowning in water in darkness, until Snaga themselves came and broke me out and told me I'm not supposed to be here now. To which I returned to the statue and came to in the same building where the doors that I had seen fully intact and fine were broken and destroyed, which I can only assume one was from Rena based on the damage done to it. Lost, naked, and had to figure out where or if Rena was and where Rena and Elijah were. And luckily remembered that we were going to meet who was Commander Barbara Barnes that Cadus worked under, and happened upon seeing them at that camp and trailed them for some time. During that time, all I know is that Rena killed the bounty hunter that downed you. If that's correct, Rena.
Well, not me personally, but yeah, it helped.
That's unfortunate.
Which part?
But we're capable bounty hunter that was able to best me and Ophios. Saying we need to find tools where we can. I understand why you did it. It's the kind of thing I'm trying to avoid, like I said earlier. No, I'm not judging you. I've been away far too long to do that, but continue.
I had nothing left.
I meant to Ophios.
Rena, if you didn't kill the bounty hunter, was it Elijah?
Yes? Question mark? No, it wasn't. It was someone
was
who was
actually
helping us.
Tyler 3, I think.
Yeah, Tyler 6.0. He's like
Devosky.
10 feet tall.
His name was Devosky.
Mountain man.
A megalol? Who's that? Was he that guy in that one episode? Who then disappeared forever?
Devovsky. Yeah.
No, Rena had already heard kind of that general sense. The part, you had never heard about the hobgoblin incident. That's new to Rena.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have interrupted you, but yeah, that was new.
Damn, Viking. Damn.
Then what was it that killed the bounty?
He borrowed without permission, okay?
It's Mountain Man who was helping us trail him. Devovsky. Yeah, he killed him.
To what end did he
Sounds-
have against this bounty hunter? Why would he aid you in this task?
I think he was tracking him in the area.
Well, I mean, we need all the help we can get. If that's someone recruitable, we might want to keep a tab on him.
He
It's a
seemed to
great
have
idea when Ophios has an opportunity to get the kill. Devosky can just kind of sneak in there and get that, you know.
NPC Devosky.
Scott knows how good he can be if he's leveled up. Anyway,
Seems like he has his own purposes.
luckily I was able to convince Rena that I was still alive and that I didn't die.
Took some
Although
convincing, huh?
It took some time for me to be able to approach Rena without prying eyes.
You know, I thought I was insane. Thought I was losing it. Even told Elijah he thought I was insane. Yeah.
I understand now why I was thrown in jail. Thanks.
Can't happen twice, can it?
Yeah, same guy too, huh?
What are the odds?
Anyway, it seems Rena made pals with this commander, so to speak.
Pretty high, it seems.
So much so that we reluctantly went to the temple again.
Did you guys, I don't recall hearing you say if you defined who Barbara Barnes was in relation to your past.
We said that she is Cadis's superior.
Not that part. I heard that part. I meant the fact that she was the subordinate or assistant to the commander that you guys met like season 1, session 3 or 2.
Oh, I actually completely forgot about that.
Yeah,
too.
because the
Like
skull and
pizza,
everything and
bro.
all that fun stuff. Oh, pizza looks good, but I think you
the
ordered it.
skull.
Yeah, the skull, all that fun stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Oh, yes.
I think we're getting
Her
there.
name is
We're
Barbara
getting there.
Barnes for anybody from.
Yeah, we are getting there.
And she is named that for exactly that reason.
Baldy Barnes?
I love it when people pop in from elsewhere and you're like, Barbara Barnes. Nah. It's like, oh yeah. Anyways, continue. She's actually a pinnacle character in the fucking story too. But I'm sorry. Rena, I'll let you go back to narration. I just didn't want you to forget that detail. If you care to bring it up.
I don't know that I would find it relevant. Other than we were just working with her.
Well, just because of everything that happened in Addersfield, but that's entirely up to you. I don't care. I was just making sure you knew. as voice of God. Anyways, back to your thing.
God, my God.
You can pray to me. It's okay.
No, absolutely not.
Snaga?
Wait, what? No, my name's not Joey. I'm not from the Barren Lands.
Oh, my name's not Joey.
And no, I ordered it. It was cut for me. I can't eat it like a proper human.
You can actually ask them to not cut it for you.
efficient person.
You can ask them to not cut it for you, but here's the fun part. Some places, they can't not cut it for you because it's against their company policy. You can ask them and they'll be like, I can't. You'll be like, why? We're not allowed to do that. It's so funny. Anyways, go ahead.
I didn't want to work with Barnes initially. Are you working with Paradel? Not exactly something I wanted to do, but it's Cadis's plan. I mean, we had seen it through that far, so might as well see it through all the way. Elijah actually convinced me to talk to her. She wanted to see the temple for herself, but also was hunting down Rayron at the time. She caught wind that he was going to be headed there, asked me to find him. Found him.
I don't know who that is.
He's one of the chosen, or was, of
Valoran.
Valorant. Thank you. I was like, I can't remember. He was one of the chosen of Valorant. Anyway, after we re-met up with Ophios, we went back into the temple. Ran into Rayron and a few others.
I went in the back door.
You did.
Excuse
sneak in.
me?
He snuck around and went in another entrance.
Okay, thank you, Raina.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that once or twice. Are we talking about Todd or Tyler? Sorry.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Get it. Shut up.
Are we gonna get to see Todd?
No, look what you've done.
Todd.
Look what you've done.
Todd.
Todd. Rena, can I get a Todd emote?
No.
Just make it handsome Squidward.
I need a Todd emote, Rena. Can I make that a thing?
It's Todd, he says. You're
The human
Todd.
version of handsome Squidward.
No, Vinsexual's not Todd.
No, not Vance. Cryptic is
We're
right
all
there.
Todd.
No, you're not Scott. I know Scott is the name of hot, but you are not Scott.
Oh my God.
No,
dude,
he's
Todd's
saying
here.
I am Todd.
Todd's here.
Scott is what he's saying.
Oh,
Look,
sorry. Oh, I got it.
Todd's here.
Todd,
No?
did you really know?
Tyler's such an ass face. Look at that chin. All right,
What are you
anyways, back
talking about?
back to the game. Back to the game.
I want to kiss you, Todd. Oh, Tyler, what are you doing here? Where'd Todd go? Weird. Never seen you guys in the same room at the same time.
No, Rosin, don't tell him. It was Scott's idea in the first place. Where did Kevin come from? Why are you confirming? Oh my God. Okay, we found them in the temple. That's when we kind of decided to investigate it a little further and try some of the other magics there.
Ah, yes. Can Cadis... Rena, do you know if Cadis can still change form at will?
I don't believe so.
It's what the honey liquid does. It's why Lopers are able to look so parent-like and for so long.
I'm aware.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
of course.
after we got to the top, well, actually, I should say before we were in that room with all of the tables or strange tables on it or in it.
Oh, the time where we went back in time.
Yes.
And I said the thing that apparently killed all the mole.
Right. We can skip that part.
I also forgot about the statue that was in there, or statues,
Oh, the ones that looked like a loper and
different things.
And then they try to kill you. Yeah.
Yeah, that sucked.
Made me question whether Snaga was, in fact, who I wanted to worship at any point in time when I saw a loper worshiping him. But then Rena told me the statue didn't look like that to her, so.
So after we made it to the top, that's when Kroll, Kroll did tell us he was going to take his place on the top of the temple until we found the item that was to fix time. Rayrin actually got dragged to another dimension, which was
yeah, there
weird.
was some sort of sludge creature thing. Then the other one who was with us jumped into a chest.
Also strange. Ilan?
Yep. And our chests combined?
Yeah, that was weird.
The chests we had gotten from that specter.
Yes, we actually
Way-
found a third one.
Well, now there's two, but
Speaking of which, wouldn't it be smart to look in that to see if we got a message from
yeah, we
what's
can
her
check.
name?
Oh, you mean now?
We can do it after we're done.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, there was pretty powerful time magic. Obviously, something was quite wrong. That is when Ophios regressed into an egg. Elijah aged pretty significantly.
Right. That
I'm
makes
gonna
sense.
roll for how that felt, de-aging. The lower the number, the more painful. The higher the number, the more pleasant.
He's gonna fucking orgasm. You're gonna roll like a natty 20. Oh.
It was middle of the road, but it was slightly more pleasant than it was unpleasant.
I don't even have roll 20.
De-aging.
Oops.
I rolled an 11.
I'm gonna roll a d20 to see how you saying that made me feel. Just kidding. Just do that all night.
Anyway, continue, Rena. You're at the
Um,
point to where I have no memory as I was
right.
an egg.
Yeah. We took him out. Well, I took him out, and we actually reported back to Commander Barnes. Told her of Rayren, told her of what happened. And that was quite odd. After that, we were kind of left to go on our own, so we decided to try to figure out how to, I don't know, bring Ophios back. We were told that there were more temples, kind of scattered everywhere. One in particular to the north of where we were. Actually, in a keep that Rayren and the other Chosen had taken over, I believe.
Speaking of which, how's your hand, Rena?
It's probably scarred up, but it's better now. That is where we found the like, what do we like, lab or something? What are we calling it? cave that had like the tools to
Creepy Doom Doom place, Baby Boom Boom.
the scary place.
Not baby
Uh,
boom boom.
Baby Boom Boom.
Not baby boom boom.
Place of creation is what I would call it.
Yeah. We went there with Aslan actually because he was the one who told us about it in the first place, I think.
Correct. Ophios doesn't say that in character. That's
Right. That was yeah, that was rough. A strange place. A lot of weird things down there. Actually, I think another statue too. Right? Wasn't there a room in the back that had one of the statues there?
There was.
Yeah, that was odd.
What is a statue?
It's a statue of Snaga. It's the same one actually that we saw in
Snaga the
Normally.
Abusive, the salamander god of the magma plane.
Wait, Rena, there was a statue down there.
There was. Sorry.
Perhaps we don't need to teleport from above then. If I can do the same thing that I had done before through the statue.
Well,
might
I
be able to
doubt
find my
the
way
two
down
of
there.
us could turn into lava snakes.
Anyway,
But this seems more like a self-discovery journey to me.
If
More
if
emotional support than physical.
if Ophios is from Australia, he could put you inside his marsupial pouch and.
Scott, you can mute yourself again.
Okay, thank you.
Grow the fuck up, samurai. Sorry.
and there were strange things down there. Giant cylindrical cases filled with this liquid. It's the liquid
Sounds
that
like the place that the mole were making these people in. This Sloka.
yeah, there were strange abominations down there.
You killed them?
I did. Some of them. One of them.
Was there anything operable down there?
Just the one that we used to bring Ophios sort of back. We essentially accelerated his aging.
I hate my cat learned how to open doors. I hate it. Who taught you this? The hell out of here. Oh my god, they're gonna fight. They're fighting. She opened the door, the other cat walked over, and now they're fighting. Okay, they stopped.
Can we get that on?
Go
Oh, I was
ahead.
gonna say, can we get that on cam?
Yeah, I mean, they probably. I mean, I'll just show you what happened. So this door right here, she opened that bad boy,
How does she open
and
it?
it's a round handle. She just slaps it. I don't know.
Is there like
There's
something on the other side that it can stand on to get to it?
Nope.
Okay, weird. But go ahead.
Oh, they're good. It's leaving.
It.
Can you
Hear
close
that?
the door? My cat won't close the door. It just opens the door, you motherfucker. All right, I'll do it.
Sounds like my brother. So glad I don't live with my family anymore. Oh man, my brothers were the worst. Put
Moms in
empty
high
milk-
school be like, well, not moms in high school. Mothers of kids in high school be like, that's better. Yeah, that's much better.
I was like, moms in high school, huh? Like, you had a
Face. I
busy
was like,
childhood.
stop it right now. Oh my god.
My mother would always say, "Were you raised in a barn? Shut the door."
She say it just like that.
Yeah.
She,
Were you raised in a barn? Shut the door.
My mom sounds like this. Hello, Ethan. Good morning. That's what she would do to me.
So she wouldn't say barn.
No.
It's one of those like, where do you keep sheep? The barn. Like,
No, she would talk to me like as if she had inhaled the opposite of helium and her voice went down 8 pitches.
that would be like compressed air. What the hell's that stuff called?
And then she'd bench press like 800 pounds right in front of me and be like, why aren't you strong like me? And I'd cry. And then she'd send me to school. And that's the emotional state I was in my first class. But by the end of the day, I felt better about myself. And then I would get to the car and she would make me sit in the back seat because I wasn't strong enough to sit in the passenger seat.
I mean, I still think you're not strong enough to sit in the passenger seat.
You should give me a booster seat.
Yeah, I think you sat on a book when you were driving me around before.
No. It's a
You-
magazine.
You had a beat up old car, and you definitely weren't large enough for it. It was like, I don't remember what you drove, but it looked like one of those Buicks that you get when you're in your early 20s, which was appropriate.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had something in my teeth that
I drove a Ford
to get out.
Fusion.
You
I
never
still
left,
drive
Tyler.
it.
What are you talking
It
about?
looked big for you.
It's a sedan.
Still, I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, whatever you say, buddy.
We're still off track, huh?
No.
We're just talking about
we
our
got
moms.
our booster seat. Messy's
How they
driving.
talk
We're
different.
good.
How they make fun of us. Emotionally make me cry and sorry, we're getting off topic again. I'm thinking about
Are you
phone
guys
books
whining
now.
about being short again?
Nope, not short. You met me. I'm 5'11".
Scott was calling me weak. You didn't say anything, Tyler.
Ooh, do you think
Scott called me weak and I
do you
felt really
think
bad about it,
you
Tyler.
and MS Becerra could, fusion
No,
dance?
I don't think anything can happen between us. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You guys
It's just
can-
people whose Twitter handles and Twitch handles start with the letter M just doesn't work with me because mine starts with the letter M, and I want my significant other to be different.
So Minion 777.
It won't happen, sadly. As much as I wish it could, I'm a Patrick Static guy. I can't. I don't know why.
I do prefer Patrick. Patrick is a better human.
Oh, you're shrinking. Scott, you're shrinking in Twitch chat. You went from 3.7 to 2.1.
Oh yeah, I ignore them. They're dumb. You
That
can
explains a lot about this
back-
campaign.
back to the story. Sorry.
Yeah, where were we? We had our podcast part. Now we're back in.
I fucked up my hand. Oh yeah. Yeah. Exploring that like cave or whatever.
Mhm.
One of the other rooms that had more of those like tubes or cylindrical things. But most of them were broken except for one that had well, it was an infant.
An infant, like a parent infant.
It looked like it. I don't think it was actually, but well, it
So-
definitely wasn't actually. It was pretty powerful. Terrifying.
Scott, you should go back to bed. I think.
He lays down. Yeah, I it startled me and I fell backwards and my hand landed on a giant piece of glass. That was, yeah. We tried to put that back together, but that was a whole saga in and of itself. We've- Saga. We fought it, barely escaped, and then collapsed the cave in on itself because we didn't want that thing to get out. Though Ophios had lost most of his memories. All of
Well,
his
I mean,
memories.
I
All
was
of them.
born again, and all I knew is somehow innately I trusted you, and apparently somewhat trusted the other man that was next to you. That was Elijah. At least that was what I was feeling at the time.
I had to convince you, but yeah.
Yeah,
was
Was it
lucky.
hard
I was.
babysitting this useless Elijah person? I'm just kidding.
Say one more thing, I fucking dare you. Pulls out her axe.
Which one?
There
Great
also.
axe.
You fought something down there. I saw it. I just knew we needed to get out. It's so
The
weird
baby,
thinking
yeah.
back of
Nice.
thinking back to remembering the time in which I didn't remember anything and remembering this whole other life before that time. It's still really peculiar to me how I remember everything
But
of
do you
this.
remember before COVID?
No.
And then
No.
the song starts from the
Blind King?
bearded guy. No, the bald-headed bearded guy. What the hell's his name?
Wade?
Michael
Wait.
from Vsauce. That like doo-doo, that little theme song thing he has. Anyway, go ahead. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
Vsauce, Michael here.
Yeah, I love him, dude. He's amazing.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Here, I'll do.
Vsauce is a really good YouTube channel for like learning stuff,
I'll do the.
abstract stuff sometimes.
That. Yeah. This is it. So it'd be like, but do you remember before COVID? And then it would just hold on that for a while. That's the whole thing. I'm sorry. That was the whole bit I was planning in my head, and I couldn't remember the name of the guy, and I couldn't remember the song. I couldn't remember the channel. So the joke fell apart. No one laughed. Now I'm remembering what it's like sitting in the back seat in my mom's car, feeling weak.
It's okay. I just didn't get the reference. I'm just too three-head to understand.
If you watched Vsauce, you would be 5-headed right now. Not
Yep.
even kidding. You'd be
You're
so
prob-
intelligent. You would be
probably right.
smarter than Elijah at his best.
Hmm.
One episode.
So anyway, we
Thanks,
left
Chad.
there. We left there. Where did we go after?
Malta?
Oh God,
Weird shit. Was it a Malta? Yeah, because we
I assume,
teleported-
yeah.
We teleported through the. Oh yeah, we met up with We met that one person in
Oh,
the castle, in the keep.
mhm.
I don't remember.
What's her
what that
name?
was all about. Gwen, and
God.
Doxy's character,
Cressellin,
Chrysellen, and
Oscar,
so-
and Laszlo.
Oscar and Laszlo, and then that one guy that wanted to open a dance studio, and
Oh my God, I forgot about that guy.
Dance
And-
studio.
and then the Nightingale again eventually. But yeah, that's the trip. That was Elliot. Yeah.
Yes. Eventually fixed my hand. Though actually, I don't know if this will affect you or not. Gwen, the person who ended up fixing my hand, coincidentally lost her magic after doing so. Though not necessarily because of me, just some thing else that she was affected by prior. Seems Elijah was affected by it too.
I don't study arcane magic anymore. I don't use it. Have to talk to the gnomes about that probably.
It seemed like a relatively new problem, but completely takes your magic. So as far as I know, she is powerless. Though after meeting those few, Chrysellen, Oscar, and Laszlo, her companions, Laszlo
God.
actually ended up telling us about Lady Arcium. Laszlo being, well, I haven't told you about him yet, but he is from, or was from, the Arcane Congress. He doesn't work for them anymore.
He's a gnome, right?
Yeah.
Is there a different name for them? It's not Hafue, right? That's the.
No, I
half
think
one?
he's just a gnome.
I think it's just gnome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Arcane Congress. Yeah. Congressman. Congressman Laszlo. Let's say that. Let's call him that next time we see him.
Congressman
Congressman
Laszlo. Oh, Jesus. He's been impeached, actually.
State Congressman Laszlo. Why is he in a peach?
Wow. Having met Chris Allen.
Whoa! Hey, that was pretty good. I had to think about it for a second. That was a marinator. Anyway, continuing.
WAP.
Also, no, I haven't. I'm Yondis. Continuing. So you were on your way to a Malta when all this happened, right?
Yeah.
This was
Actually,
fairly recent then. in the timeline.
Yes. Lady Arsium actually helped Ophios get his memories back.
She also was one to help us. Well, she's the one we is probably going to be studying the body of the Loper that we have to send back to Malta.
Yeah. Elijah actually suggested we talk to the Queen, which is why we went back to Malta as well.
Which is why we have all of these other people in some capacity. Not exactly, sort of, maybe. I still don't understand exactly how this works right now.
Yeah, I was a
Politics.
little curious too about that. But are they going to be around forever?
Only for as long as the Queen deems it necessary.
And as we're all well aware, people do die.
She wasn't really
No, they don't.
wanting to make this a public thing.
So she sent you an army to make it private.
Well, it's more the
Yeah, then I doubt they'll be with us for long. Sounds like they're more of a distraction.
No, it seems the whole point is to not have it be tied to
Malta.
political reasons.
I mean, an army of 150 people comes from someone.
Right, but for political reasons, if something were to happen, the
Gotcha.
Queen does
No,
not want to
yeah.
be portrayed as
Gotcha.
using such tactics as barbaric as Rena.
Must
and
be
myself.
hard working for someone who sees you in an unsatisfying light.
I work for nobody.
Well, right now you work for somebody.
It seems like we're in charge, if you ask me.
Only as long as she lets you, right?
If she truly is involved, all I know is Octavius is the one who supposedly helped us. The person who happened to sneakily take you away from the prison, away from us, and we thought you were being killed or
Oh, yeah.
studied or released thinking you were a Loper at that time. I was more thinking they were a bad person inside of Maltese government, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, I spoke to him briefly. He seemed rather confident in himself, and it was quite amusing. Yeah.
When?
Oh, in the cell. He came and visited me in the morning, and then I was sent here. This direction.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, I slept through most of the travel.
I'm sure that was cozy.
I, used to it. It's mostly meditations now.
Well, that's pretty much everything.
Same here. Great. Well,
We're still fighting for the same reasons.
Was there a question of that?
what aspect? From our past selves or between us now?
Well, it seems you found the gem, so you don't have any more side quests.
My goal is to eliminate the Lopers in power, primarily the Kringall family, and then hopefully not die.
What of
That's
your
like the
what of your Loper mother, though?
that is between me and her.
Ophios, don't shank your friend's mom. In either of the meetings.
Thank you, Scott, for waking up.
I merely ask, for that is another Loper that we have knowledge of location of.
You're more interested in her than the one running the hospital.
I'm
in
just
Hogwarts?
merely saying that she is one of them.
I know how it works. I'm
My
hoping her and I
focus,
will
of
have a long
course, is
talk.
on the ones that are having and causing issues.
Right.
If she is one of those, which it seems she is, with regards to the disruption of the Time Temple and the, well, aggressive action she apparently took towards you, she may be a problem.
She never hurt me. And again, just stay out of it for now.
It's your problem.
Yeah. Han Gwen, that was our problem. So whenever you want to jump on that one, I've got a serious vendetta. I'll be honest. It really hurts me.
So Yandis, Rena seems very opposed to telling me about this, but what do people mean when
I get up and leave.
Right. Well, mammals, which
No.
sometimes.
No.
Sorry. What?
Never mind.
Well, do you want to know about mammals? Because I'll talk about.
I don't
them all
need to
day.
know about mammals. It's
Okay.
just it's hard for me to tell what is the Perrin way of mating.
You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it
I
like
see-
they
I see
do
what you're
on
saying,
the
Orpheus.
Discovery Channel.
So typically, you start with courtship. You want to, you have to know that the other person's right for you. You have to like them. They have to like you. There's a lot that goes into communications during this phase. At which point you'll probably feel something. Now, whether or not you should act upon that is entirely dependent on. Huh?
Are you equating mating to procreation?
Yes.
Those are two different things, I thought.
No. Not where I come from.
So you're saying that approaching and buying somebody a drink is not a mating ritual, it's something else?
It leads to it if you're lucky, or not so lucky in some cases.
Rena, why have you not taken up any of these mating suitors?
Why are you
Okatus,
asking me that?
Okatus. This is not a conversation I want to be in right now.
Oh my god.
You get a lot of drinks spot for you. Must be nice. Oh my god. You know what it's like not having a single gold coin to your name? No one buys me drinks.
Do you know what it's like
Nope.
having your face
Still
hidden
no one.
the entire time?
Couldn't do it. I
Well, if you want drinks, I can get drinks. We are the commander here.
Hey,
I
Yandis,
actually don't drink anymore. What?
I'll bet you all of my gold I can outdrink you.
He said he doesn't drink.
I don't drink.
He doesn't eat either, remember?
Right.
So what do you...
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
Do
ruin your
you
fun.
still enjoy the taste? Even if you don't have to eat, do you choose to eat?
It's it's a choice though. I mean, yeah, I could eat and I would enjoy the taste, but it's a mental fortitude thing, keeps me on my A game. Well, if you want to talk about mating, I'm available, but otherwise I think I'm gonna.
You think I want to mate you?
No, I think you want to know more about it. I'm just saying I'm quite the Casanova if that exists in this universe.
Many
Anyway.
suitors than you've had. Is that right?
Well, I've been in a time temple for a long time. It was just me at 13, and he's not really the kind of tree I typically bark at, if you know what I mean.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Well, in this case, I didn't want to.
Oh, another conversation then.
Rena, I'm
I
a
hope
starving
not.
man and you're looking delicious, okay?
Nope. Nope, that's not what he's talking
I really
about.
hope there's no
not what I'm
conversation
talking
that
about.
needs to happen between me and 13 not doing anything. I don't understand why that we need to discuss that any further. But Ophios, if you'd like to learn more, I can hopefully get you someone that might, be
I was
willing.
merely curious. I wanted to understand more of.
See, you're lucky though, because I think you have a lot of uniqueness to you that I think would you're not going to get a lot of hits, but the hits you do get will be really into it. You know what I mean?
You know, Yandis,
Do you bite? 'Cause you might want to think about it.
well, my jaw unhinges for me to swallow the vermin whole.
If that's what you're into, man. Wow. Rena, you hear what he's saying?
I'm mentally checked out. I'm like,
Rena, do you think you know anyone that might be into this kind of thing?
no,
It seems like quite the specific thing that I think if you
Seems
find the
like-
one for it, it could be a lifelong match.
not like it's not
I mean, Tyler, if you want,
completely up to Ophios.
Ophios can give Giannis's mom the fang.
No. Giannis,
No.
getting
Fuck
away
off,
from this
Samurai.
subject, you seem to be so thirsty for, even though you
I
don't
don't
drink.
Yeah, right. Sorry.
I did want to tell you something. In Momley, one of the last things we talked about in the blacksmith's hut, there being more to life than just hunting lopers has stuck with me.
Good. Yeah.
It is still my intention to hunt and do what is necessary. But I've gained a different outlook on certain things, and I'm not the same Ophios that you remember. I hope you know that the thought of losing you did pain me. That loss took time to process. You were missed.
You know, it's been a long time since I've seen you guys. A lot longer than it has been for you. And thank you. But I don't if you're doing that for me, for my sake, I don't need that anymore. I'm not the same insecure,
Do you think I would say something like this for your sake?
Well, I was hoping. But, okay. Fine then. Thank you. And, Ophios,
Yes?
my mom knows how to stop time.
Hmm.
And,
You think that concerns
Just-
me?
well, I just wanted to let you know that, she is in a very long-lasting and loving relationship with my father, and I would appreciate it if, maybe you left my family to me in either sense. No, that's not what I meant. Just don't, when all this is said and done, just let me handle that.
Okay, I don't know what you mean, but
I know my mom's a loper, and I don't need you
right.
trying to clean up every last one. Yeah. Not that one. Or my brother.
I trust you will do what is necessary.
Cool. Awesome. Then well, I don't eat or drink anymore, so there's not much to do here. But
Are you good at identifying magic items?
Nope. Again, I don't do spells anymore. I kind of lost my touch.
Well then. Perhaps it's time for us to sleep. It has been a long few days.
Scott?
And now you're back at the window.
Could you
Oh, what? Yeah, huh?
not talk about my roleplay mother like that?
If I can find a way.
Scott's in love with Messi's mom.
Yandis is.
All right, Scott's in love with Giannis's. It doesn't have the same ring to it. I'm sorry. It's got to be
Yeah.
Messi's mom.
Yeah. Messi's
You're right.
mom has got it
Got
going.
it going on.
That's
Oh.
pretty good. That's pretty good.
You see, Rena's mom is Tyler's mom. Well,
No.
that's not appropriate. but I just clicked afterwards. But it doesn't work for Scott. Scott's boring because
Well, Daelric.
Scotty doesn't
there you
know.
go.
Scotty doesn't know.
I gotta say all the time that song came out. Like when that song became, I'm sure it came out beforehand. But when it
Don't
was,
tell Scotty because Scotty doesn't know.
it was when it was famous on the radio around when
Doing in her bed every Sunday.
when it was on that movie Euro Trip. I think it was around when I found out my girlfriend was cheating on me.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's just I think it's funny, but I was like,
With
oh,
your mom?
Quick, everybody raise your hand if you've been
Oh,
cheating
look,
on.
it's break time. Oh, crazy. I got a big clock right here off screen.
Oh, it says break.
Yeah, it's flashing at me. It says break.
you dude.